Hello and welcome to a timeless general reading. If you are called to this video, this is your message. Please take any of your own intuitive insights, reflections, perspective, leave what is not for you behind. So I'm going to pull some cards, but I'll express what I'm getting first. There's a sense of a feminine and a masculine re-emerging, I would say. So this could be a connection that's being halted. This could be something that took a break. And what I was essentially sensing is that the feminine is more clear-hearted at this point. The feminine has more so addressed some hurts, some wounds, and there's this like clear heart space. The Hangman can also indicate that this person is like very emotionally mature. So the feminine could be someone who goes deep, goes emotional, feels into things, addresses them, and then almost like removes himself with the Hanged Man. So this could be someone who isn't pulled so much, like the heartstrings aren't pulled so much. So they could be like, I'm literally feeling into someone who is so like emotionally mature that if someone hurts them or does something bad to them in their life, they go address it, they go clear it out, and then they're almost like above it. They go maybe do certain expressions and focuses that help them exalt carried emotions and also get away from those blockages. It's not really like a running or a resistance to emotions, but with the Hanged Man, I'm just getting this person is like not held down, even if people have that intention for this person. The masculine, on the other hand, is more intuitive, more introspective, more so still going through this process of pulling up the cords. So this could be after maybe a tower has fallen or something has occurred, the masculine has gone into a state of like deep introspection. It could be like heavy emotions felt within the heart space that are being addressed still, and there could be some, I'm hearing like pulsation. So this person could have like a hardened heart space at this time. They could be like literally having moments where I'm getting this reference to like the heartbeat being very loud. So this could be like a situation, someone walks into a room, you're at a place, and suddenly it's like the heart palpitations in your chest are calling your attention. So it's almost like this person has just, for the first time, I would say, like consciously gotten deep into their heart space, or there's been some sort of activation of the heart space, but there's still some pulling up of strings, pulling up of chords. They're still feeling into this connection with people that maybe are causing like Three of Swords. So this could be not relative just to the connection between the masculine and the feminine. This could be about like other people in their environment, other relationships, friends, family, co-workers, etc. Away from this connection that perhaps do things to pull on this person's strings. And this is what I'm also seeing. King of Cups can be like a content person, but I would say this person is content with this new realization. This is like more the masculine energy, so they could be using the heart space activation as a tool to release, purge things, address connections that are not serving them, or even shut down like behaviors that are tormenting or taunting. This could be people that think that they're funny and are out to get you, which is what I hate. I'm getting a reference to like immature people who think it's like funny to like bully someone or overly critique things when it's not required or asked. It's like someone, yeah, I think that if you're the masculine and you're attuning with this, I think you know what it is. But this is causing like a balance, I would say, before two people reconnect. Could also be finding this reading because your masculine and feminine energies are I would say becoming more balanced, integrated. So like I need to eventually get like a new space set up for my readings. I'm gonna read some cards that I know are out of frame, so I know you can't see them. I'll just like maybe pick them up. But I also had the universe card out with base chakra out, financial and material changes, and crown chakra. So this is definitely highlighting a reference to another reading that I already posted, which I will link at the end of this video. These are all timeless general readings, so if you find this way down the track, that's fine. It's still finding you to share the same message. But yeah, this reading that I've posted before I made this one is about a foundational achievement coming through, which is what I'm getting with these oracle cards. So this could be while something's on the way financially, or to do with a home, foundation, something sort of approaching in the near future. You could be sensing into this. You could have been working towards some sort of foundational achievement that's coming together. But there's also this relationship at focus, which is what this reading's more so about. I'm almost getting like the feminine is waiting for someone. So if you're the masculine, the feminine could be at a stage now where even if it's a he, like some of you, I'm a gay man, so I'm going to be reading for people and just say masculine and feminine. That does not mean that you're the man or the woman. It just means you're the more perceptive one. Could even just be at the time of when you're finding the reading, because we have both energies within us, and sometimes someone is more feminine or receptive in a connection. So for some of you, there's a message of this person. If you sense that they've released you, which is what I'm also getting with the 8 of Wands, this person may have decided to move on, not specifically from the masculine, but move on from past situations. So this could be someone who literally just like is going through a new phase, which is like the other side of where the masculine's at. So this is someone who maybe has been like releasing things to do with the heart space. They're a little bit more clear with the heart space. They don't want to have chains or feel like locked up around the heart space. This person still feels connected to you, even if you feel like they may have released you. It's more so that for their own sake, I want to say the feminine has released attachment or released this thing of like putting weight on expectations for this person. So if you're the feminine finding this reading, you may be like, okay, look, maybe you're waiting for something to come together or something to resolve within a connection, a partnership, and there's this weight that has been removed. It's almost like you've cleared out your baggage or addressed your own personal wounds. Maybe you said what you needed to say within the connection, and the weight has been lifted off, waiting for the masculine to reciprocate or get something done. I don't know exactly what to say there. I feel like the illustration of this card is more so speaking to what I'm saying. So it's like something maybe has been unlocked with the heart space. Maybe this person didn't want to like hold on to some sort of like resentment, so they released attachment to an expectation, which is what I'm getting with the 8 of Wands. And it is like helping them filter out like this person, maybe the feminine, I'm feeling into someone who is using their heart space to get motivated and guide them, and also when their heart space is not feeling great, they want to clear things out so that they have like connection to what is close to the heart, even if it's not within the relationship. So this could be like other connections, other circumstances. They want their heart space to be very clear so they can use it as like a compass, a guidance system. Transformations on the bottom of the deck. This could be something that does re-emerge. We'll pull some more cards. I don't have that much space, so I'm gonna like continue off with this. But if you're the masculine on the other side of this, I want you to know that this person, I think, is still rooting for you. Even some of you could be on the other side of a divorce or something like that, or a separation, and there's this highlight of the masculine and the feminine, and it's coming through to say the feminine has probably got to the stage where they've like released their resentment, and the masculine is now, I think the masculine's being forced to like sit with themselves. I'm gonna say themselves instead of himself, and address maybe these other things that weren't even about the relationship. So this could be other things that were pulling on the heartstrings, other people that were influencing your emotions, your heart space, talking to you masculine, and that maybe had an impact on the connection. Maybe that had an impact on how you saw the feminine. Understanding is the key to deep connections. And I feel like if you're finding this reading and you are still intending to reunite or connect with someone, it's there, but there's this highlight that before it happens, you're in a phase where you're understanding yourself, both of you. Understanding is the key to deep connections. You've got to understand yourself though to connect first. So the deck is pretty full. I'm going to put these cards away and we'll pick up with the same message and just see what else is coming out. But that is the start. Please like, subscribe, comment if you find the reading helpful. Please also feel free to show up with comments in the comment section. Just say hi if you specifically want me to be reading on your energy. Set the intention so that I can put messages through for you if you want me to. So hope is on the bottom of the deck. It's being highlighted to me. It's kind of like slipped off. Hope is a light in the darkness, never extinguish it. So there could be some like heightened intuition, hope, guidance coming through, victory and success. Just going to channel, so there's this message of like awakening first, and then new foundations come together within a connection. So look, some of you may be finding this reading for different purposes. So some of you are like, I'm sensing into a few of you who are going to be coming back together with someone. Others of you literally may have been going through like some sort of separation, but there's still a foundational focus. So maybe you're finding this because you're split up with a partner, but you still want to have a home or a family. You still want to have a friendship, a connection, a relationship, co-parent, something like that. So this could be about achieving this in the near future. Maybe you both needed to awaken to what you both need, and what was both like obstructing you emotionally. It's like the past that I'm feeling into is like density. So this is like when things build up, but the present energy is more clear. So it's like we can be more reciprocal. Can you please bring through some connection cards if this is about two people merging, connecting, coming together? Still this thing of like foundational achievement. Harmony. Yeah, so this could be like all in due timing, so there may be some other factor, like I was saying with the reference to the other reading. This could be like things are clearing out, some foundational success is approaching, and the universe is more so focused on maybe you both individually getting what you need first, is how this is coming through. So it's like a temporary pause or parting of ways that had to occur so that two people could get what they need, address what they need to, clear out what they need to, and then there's steady ground for a relationship. I'm switching to the other card. Sorry, other deck. Hermit, accelerated motion. News, there could be a message coming through. This could definitely be about the connection for many of you that just needed, it's like you needed to meet in the 3D, you needed to have some sort of interactions, and then you both needed to awaken, catch up, grow a little bit, get ready for a new chapter before it comes to light, it comes together. Starstruck energy is what I'm getting with the Six of Wands, so this person could definitely, I'm feeling into more the masculine, be more guided to take action, to get something moving in the right time. Two of Cups, Six of Wands, financial, material changes. This person could also be waiting on some sort of material news or changes. Death card, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords. I'm still just going to remind you that the feminine energy, if she feels like cold, removed, distant, it's maybe because this person has gone through this era in their life where they're just like addressing hurt, they're addressing betrayal, they're addressing other energies, which is what I'm getting with the Queen of Swords. It's like a little bit emotionally locked up. The Queen of Swords has this illustration in the Lightseers deck with the cup in the cage. It's like, my emotions are protected by me. I let my guard down when it's reciprocal. Two of Cups energy. I let my guard down when you're trusted. I let you in, I let you have more like emotional bandwidth or give you like more of my heart when it's reciprocal. Two of Swords can indicate something that the feminine doesn't see coming. So this could be, this person's not closed off to you. They're more, I would say, guided to take actions to do with their career maybe at this time and their own personal well-being, which is actually going to work in the favor of the connection should it come together. Masculine is still more, seems like addressing certain things. Hangman on the bottom again. Judgment, I feel like you were pulled apart for a reason. I feel like there's, like I'm sensing into two people who had external influences that they probably wouldn't have addressed if a separation or whatever has occurred didn't happen. I'm getting this reference to like, yeah, like if you had a connection and you made it work in the past, you probably would have tried to like project coping mechanisms into the relationship. So try to like overcompensate for other things that are out of alignment outside the relationship. So this could be connections, friendships, people at work, situations that are affecting our emotions. That weight, that disparity could have been brought into the connection and made it uncohesive, basically, or toxic perhaps. But the universe like steered you away from each other, like pulled you apart. If you're finding this message, it's because you have had a break from someone, or you've gone on different paths. That is why you're finding this reading. I'm just going to pile some other cards over this spread. If anything comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. I think I might switch. 10 of Cups on the bottom, which is about like success in home, steady foundations. There's this thing of like being equally gifted and having more to share now with each other. Or ecstasy is like the 6 of Wands energy as well. So there's this reciprocal highlight with this too. Aquarius is highlighted here. 6 of Wands and the Aura of Ecstasy card can be like you are both satisfied with each other or drawn to each other still. You both appreciate each other still. Generosity, guardianship. It's like a protective energy. Consequences on the bottom. Every time I pull the consequences card lately, it doesn't feel bad. It feels more like someone who got away from bad stuff. Like I'm seeing the polar bear like enjoying the northern lights in like, looks like a stable environment, steady environment. Doesn't look like an unhealthy polar bear in this reference. It's like a there's a reference to consequences being about getting away from people, places that aren't serving you to open up to this connection. So you could be finding this because you have both been, I would say, getting away from things that would have gotten in the way. There's more freedom here, more openness. I will pretty much leave it here. We'll just get some like future energy at the end, just so that this feels more cohesive. With the Knight of Cups, this could be about the masculine coming towards you with a message or an offer at the right time. That's sort of like maybe addressing, I think it weighs, this specific connection, it weighs on the masculine, like the responsibility is on the masculine to reach out or make something work. Does it mean that you're always like the masculine in the energy? For some of you who are like same-sex couple people, or even just like straight, but you know, you might have a woman who's super perceptive sometimes, and then she is like the boss. Okay, what am I doing? Put this back. Maybe we'll get future with this deck. So just a reminder, like sometimes I don't pull through a ton of advice and messages, sometimes it's not super deep, sometimes it's just like this. I'm here to give you some guidance and reflection for focus. Sometimes you will find my reading simply because I'm here to remind you of what's going on, where you're at, so you don't, I would say, even lose like hope or sights specifically for the connection, because maybe you're not together right now, but the energy is still moving you towards this connection. So you're finding this reading not because I have like a bunch of stuff to tell you to do. Okay, fear. Freedom. Change. I was literally going to say something happens when someone breaks out of like a fear mindset. So this could also be about like, this doesn't come together until there's like, you get to a level where you're so clear about your life purpose, or like where you're moving currently, and the intentions of people that you're connected to, whether you get to a point where there's no projected fears onto the connection. So again, there's a highlight. Some of you could have been feeling into like this heart space stuff that was actually outside this connection, and it was projected onto this connection and sort of causing some sort of instability, protection. Yeah, okay, that's literally the message. So if there's any guidance, it's to continue to address things to do with the heart space, address relationships to do with the, like, people pulling on your strings. This can also be, I'm getting into like tactics or manipulation. Sometimes people want to have like control or have a certain amount of people's time and energy, so they will do things to mess with someone's like heart space, emotions, so that I have like a pull or grip. This feels like it's outside to the connection, so this could be like friend, family. That needed to be addressed, or still needs to be cleared out and addressed, so that when you're feeling into that situation, it's not projected within the connection. It's not like, if someone outside me is sort of hurting my heart space or betraying me and I'm sensing it, if I address it and clear it before I get together with someone, I won't project that fear onto the connection, and then things escalate within the connection. So yeah, this is why the reading is finding you. It's basically as reassurance that you're moving towards this thing, which could be a relationship, or for some of you, again, it is just like a steady home foundation, whatever unique arrangement you have. Maybe you have, some of you separated from someone and you're finding this reading because you're wanting to still have like co-parenting, a home with someone. There's outside fears, circumstances, projections that are being cleared up, so that this is clear, so that, and stable. So yeah, that is the reading today. Virgo, Leo. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that here. Choose wisely is here. I feel clear about two people at the center of this. So it is kind of like a love reading, but there's just a reminder of like, choose wisely. I think you have more to worry about outside of this connection. There could be a person or persons in your environment that like to play tricks on you, and then you get a bit anxious and cautious and project it onto the connection. Or in the past it was like perceived this way, maybe it fell apart because of this. I am, yeah, just a reminder, I'm going to link that video at the end, so if you feel called to watch this other reading, which is more focused on like sensing into a foundational achievement, and also had a bit about like your relationship with authority, click on that video. But yeah, this is the reading. Timeless art for reflection, introspection, focus.